Hello, beautiful people. We can turn the music down just a little bit. Hello. Had to make some changes. What I usually use, I am new to using the camera, and I'll just be honest. It's been a day with getting that camera up and going. Hello, happy Wednesday. This is day 3 of 10 paintings in 10 days. I am so excited. I talked about this in my stories today about how I am going to be finishing up what I started yesterday. And so if you haven't looked at that in my story over on Instagram, I will put it in the comment section, and you can go over to my Instagram page to see what it is that I am doing. Okay. So I put my Instagram handle in the comment section. So if you want to go over and um, check it out, you can see where the process was yesterday. And I said today that I would be using what I did yesterday to continue on with this same painting. I am so excited about today. Y'all are getting the cut, raw, unedited version of me going through this process. It's not supposed to be polished, it's not supposed to be all perfect. It is a whole ordeal with me learning how to use a camera and learning how to connect it and go through all of the things. And so you're getting the unpolished version of 10 painting in 10 days. I am excited and I am so grateful for those of you who watch this. If you've clicked on this video and you're like, oh my goodness, what is this girl doing? I'm Sierra Casher and I am an artist and I love what I do. I love to create. I love to share this gift I believe that I have. And not only that, but I think that it is a great way for other people to get to know me, to get to see what it is that I do, and to also be able to see how I tap into my creativity. And it can be something that you use as well. Like you may be having a bad day, or you may be having something that you don't really know how to express just yet. And I think that once you tap into your creativity and you use your creativity, you're able to navigate some things that you weren't sure that you knew how to navigate. I have been using creativity since the age of about 9. And I will, if you stay tuned, eventually I will share with y'all my very first journal that I have used. And that was my first thing with knowing and realizing that, hey, I am creative. And I actually really like that this is an outlet for me. And so when I'm sharing these videos, my desire and my intention is to share this gift with you, that you will go and own gifts. And especially when it comes to creativity, I believe that every single thing is creative in their own way. That you will start to use your creativity. You may use your creativity in the home. If you are a father, you may be using your creativity on your job, or if you're a stay-at-home dad, you may be using it, on the scene of your home. If you are, it doesn't matter what you are as far as what you do. But I just think that every single person in this world is creative, and that oftentimes we are looking to doctors, oftentimes we are looking to books, oftentimes we are looking to something external, when I think creativity is deeply embedded inside of us. And if we learn to tap into that, if we learn to really truly just use it. And I think the best thing to do to discover who you are, or to really see who you are, is to use your creativity. Like, this process is teaching me so much about myself. I actually want to share, let's see if I can share a little bit of my reflections for today. I shared these in my stories. So if you follow me over on Instagram, you may have seen these today. But I think, like, through this painting, something that I've learned and that I'm reflecting on is the fact, let's see if I can bring y'all a little bit closer. Yes, there we go. So, something that I have learned and that I am learning as I paint these paintings, is that love, I was told, and I believe that I needed other people I needed to love myself first before other people would love me. The reason I'm bringing this up is because the name of this painting is Surrounded by Love. And once I realized that I really, truly, deeply, and passionately love myself, that I was like, man, like, it's because other people have loved me. It's because other people saw me. It is, and this is, I'm going to just read you what my reflection says. I was reminded of a time when I was painting this painting of a time I didn't love myself. And I felt like love was nowhere to be found. And then another part of my journey, someone told me that, you must first love yourself in order for other people to love you. I believed it and I started to tell other people that. And so this is me going back and correcting myself and saying that it's not true. Others can love you before you love you. And it does transform you. Like love transform you. Like transforms you. I realized in the long, like, what do you call it, hindsight, I realized in hindsight that, hey, people have said this, but the reality of it is that other people loved me up until this point, until a place I became aware that I didn't love myself. And then I went on that journey myself, which I said is been involved in my creativity. And so if someone is loving you and you're not loving of yourself, that's a whole different story, a whole different thing to talk about. I just want to stay to this, that when someone loves you, they see you, they believe you. When you say things, when you say something hurts or you say something doesn't feel right, they believe you. They believe things that you show of you, like the good sides, the bad sides, your darkness, your light. They're patient. Love is not self-seeking. It doesn't look to like puff itself up in front of other people. It is genuine. It is not flattering. And by flattering, I mean it's not insincere gestures and words to get something or to gain something from a person. It is a breath of fresh air. Like, how easy that was. That's what love feels like. It is also with boundaries. And this next part, even when I came to this realization, it stung a little bit. It is with boundaries. People told us that love is unconditional. Love is not, I don't believe that love is unconditional. I think that love is with conditions. Another word for conditions is with boundaries. And yet it is relentless. It never gives up. It continues to pursue. And the next thing I want to share is like, when it came to reflecting on this painting and like what all was coming of it, I realized, I was like, man, when it comes to this like whole process, I realized that oftentimes we're pulling back layers from as we become adults. And I'm assuming that everyone who watches my channel is adults. As we become adults, we realize some things about ourselves that we necessarily don't like. And then we have to start to dig back those layers and ask ourselves, like, do I not like this part of myself because someone told me I was too much? And I think when we say too much, it means that additional, like you have more than, and then it also means like more than the average. Spoiler alert, we were made to be more than average. And so I was talking to a friend today and I was telling her how this world that we live in and how everything works. We need people who are too loud. We need people who are too quiet. We need people who are too loud. We need people who are too quiet. We need people who are too bold. We need people who are not bold. We need people who are brave. We need people who are courageous. We need people who speak too much. We need people who don't speak enough, for all of these things in this world to work in a very beautiful way. And so all of that to say, like, we are all surrounded by love, whether you are loving yourself or you are being loved by someone else, or someone, and when I say someone else, a physical person, and sometimes you are just loved by God, loved by our creator. And I believe the creator is God. And so even when you're not sure, you are always surrounded by love. Even in the simplest things, like even in the most simple things that you can think of, when you drink your cup of coffee, I write gratitude every morning. And I guess I could share with y'all some things from my gratitude journey for this morning. But one of the things that I guess I share like 2 or 3 things that I was so grateful, and I'm so surrounded by love that I was able to enjoy some watermelon yesterday. That was so good to my soul. And I was dehydrated, I believe, yesterday, and I had watermelon, which helped to replenish my water. And I am so surrounded by love that that watermelon soothed my body. I'm so surrounded by love that people are putting their eyes on my work now. People are getting to see, who is Sierra Casher, who is Casher to you, who is this artist. Like, I am so surrounded by love that there will be opportunities for me to travel the world and do what I'm doing right here with you, and do this thing that I love. I love sharing my work. I love for people to see what it is I'm doing, but not only to see what I am doing, but see themselves in what I am doing. To see themselves in what I am doing. Um, so that whatever gifts and talents that you have, you will live out those things. That you will live out those things, that you will do that thing, even when it's not paying the bills, even when it doesn't look like it's going to work out, even when you don't understand the what's, the ends, the what's, the hows, the whys. You just do it because it's in you to do, and that you give that back to other people. And so my hope is that as I paint this painting today, and where I left off yesterday is that I said I was going to um basically transform this. What you see around her is love. Okay, what you're seeing around her is love. All of this is love, and she is also embracing love. So from the love that surrounds her, let's see if I can scoot over a second. From the love that surrounds her, she grasps some for herself. She grasped some for herself. And so I'm going to go through this, but also too, she is guided by God. That is what this eye is behind her. She is guided by God, who both knows her, and then I'm gonna basically open this eye up a little bit more and sees her. He knows her and he sees her. So yeah, that is what this painting is. I'm going to finish it out. I got a little music going today. Yesterday, the other days I didn't. And so I'm super excited about that. So I don't have to mute myself today. I looked back at the videos and I was like, man, that was a little bit different for me. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna grab my materials. I'll pull you a little bit closer so that you can see what it is that I am doing and how I am bringing her to life. So thank you so much for watching. This is the good part where I go into all of the things. If you stay tuned, by the time I say I'll be on here about an hour or so, I will share with you some of the paintings that I have painted previously in 10 paintings in 10 days. So that's going to be the treat for the end, for staying. And if you don't stay and you want to come back and watch the video, you can watch the replay and you will be able to see some paintings that I have already painted. Okay. So I'm gathering paints, y'all. You'll be able to see. Okay, so I guess I'll tilt you so that you can see what it is I'm doing. So I am getting all of my paints together. I know I want some white. That one must be going up. I know I want some red. this is like one of my favorite parts of the process is gauging what colors I want to use. And I could prepare my colors and all of that before I start. So I'll show you what I already have on here. I have red, blue, and white. But I don't necessarily go ahead and get these colors out before I begin, just because I want to fill into the colors that I am putting on my canvas, and more than I want to just pre-plan it, which is just a preference. Pre-planning is not bad per se. I just prefer to choose my colors as I sit down to paint. So it's preference. I'm going to use gold. All right, I'm going to get some yellow. I am using Liquitex Basics, the acrylics. I really, really, really love these paints. They're very vibrant. Yesterday I used my hands to paint, and I love how they feel. I didn't think that I would put my hands in paint, if I'm honest. During this process, well, anything as far as it relates to painting really goes. But I was kind of shocked that I did it very early on in this process versus kind of taking the later, like the other route. So we're gonna get some orange today as well. Oh, well, this orange is like, this is a different paint. And if I'm quite honest with y'all, one of the paints that is very cheap to grab, but it's not the quality is not the bomb. It's just okay. And I believe that some paints, like some paint colors, don't have to be amazing. I think that some paint colors can just be okay, so that because you don't use them as often, and that color may not show up as much as other colors will. So it's just like, oh, it's okay. Today there was a sudden delay, so I guess because I'm talking now, I'll tell y'all about that. But today there was a delay, and I think I told y'all a little bit about this in the beginning of this video. Y'all are getting the unedited, raw version of me in this process, and because y'all are getting that, I show you the colors I have. These are the colors I have right now. That's that orange that I was telling y'all about. That's kind of spreading really thin. But I believed that I was going to be able to, well, my fingernail polish. Well, I believed that I was going to be able to work the camera today, and it just didn't work out. It did not work out. I don't know why. And I was just like, you can focus on this not working out, or you can use what you have. And I am now on my MacBook, and this is working. So here we are, guys. I'm gonna pull you up again, and again pull you over some so that you can see what I'm painting a little bit more clearly. All right, here we go. Here we go. I kind of want to move y'all over just a tad. It's a little crooked, but it'll work. And what you're seeing here is, if you can see it, the inspiration behind the painting was what I just painted first. And actually, I am painting it, and I didn't realize it in the beginning. So let's begin. Let's see. My kiddos, if you hear people screaming, it is my kiddos. They are alive and well and having kiddo fun. Very much so. I have my paintbrushes and some water to soften the bristles. So I am taking those out now. All right, let's see. At some point in this process, oh, my brown. So I did not have brown yet, but I'll end up probably making some. Let's see where we're going with this today. I probably do need to add brown to my palette then, because I don't have it on here. Oh, that's that brown. It was blue, yellow, and that purple. And then I had a brown. Okay. I'm putting the colors on here lightly because I'm trying to decide. So this is the place where you look at the painting and let the painting look back at you and see what the painting is saying. And I say you, but this is the place where I look at my painting and see what my painting is telling me that it needs. Um, yeah, I look at my painting and let my painting tell me what it needs. Hmm. So what you see me doing now is I'm covering, which I think it was a part of the process. I'm covering the teardrops, if you will, or the drips from the heart. I'm probably going to use my blow dryer to dry it once I am finished. I'm taking a peek at something so I can. So what you see me doing now is I'm about to draw her arm here, like her forearm, this part, like the shouldery, like if I'm turned like this type arm right here to complete the hold.
So I'm going to show y'all what I am doing. I am mixing. Let me do it again. Give me a second. I am mixing colors to make this brown of her arm. And that is what that is. So I want to show you how I did that. As soon as I find what I did with my orange, let's get it sticking. So I need some orange. The orange that I told y'all that wasn't amazing. It does what it does something that other paints that I have don't do. I don't need the orange to be very, very thick, if you will. I just need the orange to
function as a thinner because some of my paints are thicker. And so in using that orange, I'm able to get this nice brown color that you see that I have here for her arm. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to complete her arm because that is not all of her arm. This is gonna be her arm right here. But this is gonna turn into like other parts of her body. Which, if you are a human being watching this, you know that is not just arm. I don't know what I did with that orange, y'all. Oh, I see it. I put it on the bottom. Okay. So I use this orange to create this brown. So I'm gonna show you how I did it. So I'm making my own brown. So let's come closer and so I am making, oh, this works. Well, hold on, y'all. I don't want to blind y'all. So you can see it really good there. So this is where I'm creating the brown right here. So what I'll do is I take a little bit of red and I add that right there. I take some orange and that right there. I take a little bit of black. You can't really see it, but a little tinge of black, and I put that there. All right. Then I will mix these colors. Well, I'm gonna need a little bit more than that because I need to finish her arm out. So, but I just make a little bit at a time. It doesn't require a lot of black, but to give it that tint, and you'll see me create it. Look, watch this. And that black gives it that brown color, if you can see it. And then now I'm going to add a little orange, which is adding itself, and it gives it a really, really good brown color. Like a really good brown color. But sometimes when I paint with it, and I put a little bit more white in there too, because the white will soften the brown. Yep. So there's that. That is how I created the brown that you see on her arms. So now we're going to go back up here. All right, guys, we are back. See how that's not the same brown? I'll add a little white. And let's see what we get from that. A white, and I'm adding some orange to soften the brown. Not quite the same color, but that's okay because I don't want her to be all one shade of brown. That is intentional as well. Like I'm not just over here painting with different shades of brown just because. That is intentional. But this brown is having a little bit more yellow in it than I wanted to, so I'm gonna add some red. If you wear makeup, then you may know what I'm about to say, but one of my friends years ago was telling me, she's like, Sierra, you have a yellow undertone. And I was like, a yellow what? And yellow undertone means that it's like the yellow in my skin versus some people have a yellow undertone, meaning like the pigments in your skin. And then there's some people who have a is yellow. I'm not a makeup person at all. Like I'll do makeup, but I'm not like a fanatic. So I don't know I think it's a yellow undertone, blue undertone, and red undertone. And I have a yellow undertone. And so that is kind of how I know how to make these colors, if that makes sense to you. By the way, this is my husband's shirt that I have on. And I've always been that girl that as an artist, I was like, I'm going to paint one day and I'm going to be wearing my husband's shirt to paint. And so I am living that out right now. It is thoroughly giving me so much comfort. I love it. It feels good. It fits good. And you will probably be seeing more of this. You will see more of this. That's how you can see all of the colors come out that I used. But now I'll do my orange again. And then I'll soften it up. See? A little bit of red. And eventually I'm going to add my other colors to this, but I just wanted to add this for her arm right now. And allow her to continue to come to life. Because if I'm quite honest with y'all, I have this brown that I really, really enjoy that I don't know where my scissors are. So give me just a moment. I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to cut this. Adding some more colors. Ooh, it smells so delicious in here. I haven't found my scissors, y'all. I had them on my cart, and someone must have snagged them. So it's gonna be a few moments to grab the scissors. Let's get us some colors. I'm excited about painting the outer of her as I get her just right. As I get her just right. All right, got some scissors, y'all. Because one of my favorite browns, which I will grab more of, I'm gonna put it on my list. This was one of my favorite browns, Liquitex Basic Acrylics, and I have no more. I've been making my browns and getting it to be really, really what I want it to be, but I also want to finish her body out. And so I'm gonna, I don't know why, but I don't know. One of my favorite things to do is to get all of my paint, y'all. Like, I am that girl, okay? Like, throw it away, Sierra. No. Look at all of that paint. I don't know if y'all can see it. Look at all of that paint. Like, all of that paint. Like, I was not going to throw that away. Not by any means necessary. Not going to throw that away. But I'm going to peep at my thing again to see how I'm drawing her. And we're going to get back to it. Let's see. I think I have it here, so there were. I wanted to. So here we go. I'm gonna use some of my. I'm lightening up my brown so that I can draw with it. I was trying to draw her a little. Oh, y'all can't see it. Then I have to define her butt, y'all. So that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, because that's the whole thing. Because I mean, our butts are not just a butt; it's got a whole yeah. And I think it's so interesting. I'll be completely honest. I didn't think I would ever draw a butt or draw bodies. Which, if I'm completely honest with you, is why I stayed away from why I stayed away a little bit longer from drawing or not drawing but painting, is because I told one of my friends this. I wonder if she remembered it. I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to go back because I have this interest in drawing bodies. And it's such a controversial type thing, and controversy. What we are all bodies. How we all got here is two people had sex. Okay, so it's just like boom, boom. Like, why are we so as a society? Well, I wouldn't say a society. I feel like I gained that from somewhere else, but Why are we so uptight about it when the reality is 2 people had to do it for you to even get here? So why not talk about it? I mean, hey, our bodies are amazing. And I think truly our bodies are amazing, especially women. We do. Our bodies are just so amazing to me. Like amazing. Because it's like our bodies do so much for so many people. So much so there's a fight in America about what we could do with them. So you mean to tell me that our bodies are not amazing? You gotta be kidding me. Or that it's not worth talking about? You gotta be kidding me. And that's just a little rant, y'all. That's not even the rant. That's not even the rant. Trust and believe that's not even the rant. Like, from a long shot, it's not the rant. And what I'm going to end up doing is thinning out her leg to be right here. Is her body. And let's see. Okay. Okay. Yeah. What is it? Okay, beautiful people. I think I'm gonna delete this right quick, y'all. I say delete, but it's not really delete. Oh my goodness, y'all. So something that I really love that I use are these. Me and my husband eat these types of ice creams. Is Talenti Gelato. Favorite flavor is Mediterranean mint, and I can reuse these to paint. The best idea ever. Okay, the best idea ever was to recycle these and use them. And I knew I was going to use this, if I'm quite honest, because I was like, "Oh, you benefit. I benefit from you eating so much ice cream." Because I do eat ice cream with him, but I don't eat nearly as much ice cream as he does. Just because, um, yeah, I just don't. Don't get it wrong. I like ice cream, just don't eat it as much as he does by any stretch of the imagination. Isaac, go in there with your sister, buddy. I think she's in y'all's room. Yeah, I think she's in. That is my son who's coming for a visit. Uninvited visitors. And I'm at my home. One day I will have a studio with less interruptions. I can paint. However, I am so happy and grateful for this space that I have inside of my home to create. It has been a very, very therapeutic journey, if I'm quite honest. I'm trying to draw a boob, y'all. So I think I like it. Now we all know, first of all, I'm probably about to fix it all up. Cause that boob is pretty pointy. No judgment, because some people do have them like that. Mine are not pointy by any stretch of imagination. First of all, Sierra, that was TMI. But anyways, something about it looks a little off. So now we got that part done. I'm gonna go on to darken this at some point. I will. And yeah, something else look a little bit off too, y'all. Hold on. And then I'll make another. I'll make my other one again. Like that. Okay, y'all. I just made the raunchiest. I stay on here a little bit longer, and then if you're watching, I would love if you came over to my Instagram and saw the finished product for today. I don't know if I'll finish her today or if I'll be back for tomorrow. The plan is to, when I finish this show, so there'll be no surprises. The plan is to paint over her once she's done and start a new painting. So that's the plan. So I'm gonna try to make this brown again so I can paint this part right here. And then I'm gonna show y'all the other part, the other paintings that I've done before in 10 paintings in 10 days, like I promised. So I appreciate you for sticking around. I don't know who you are watching, but I appreciate you for sticking around. And I'm going to do exactly like I said. And I'm going to share my painting once I finish. Well, share my paintings that I've done before. Because we got to get these off early too, y'all. I'm going to get her all that glossed up too once I get over that. I don't know if that's where her butt's supposed to end, y'all. So if you're, never mind. It's from the sides here, so it's probably, you're not gonna see both cheeks like perfectly, okay, girl? Anywho, so I think, let me see something. I have to turn the light off for her to see. So I gave her an extra layer of boob that I'm actually going to erase. And I keep saying erase, y'all. I'm gonna do this. As soon as I get it done. All right, so now this is where I am stopping for the record. What did I do? Anyways, this is where I'm stopping for the recording for her at the moment. I will fill in her arm, and this is her body, and this will be something else, y'all. So you won't actually see this other arm piece, what have you here. Darken, and her neck is a little. Right now, her neck is a little uncertain, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Her neck is a little uncertain, so I'll have to get in here and give her some neck. All right, so these are the colors I'm leaving off with. Thank you so much for watching. I'm about to get all the paintings that I want to share with you. I have to move these things. They're right here. So one moment. So I'm going to show you two. This first painting is called Love, Joy, and Trust. And each of the figures that you see all represents whichever one that you choose to let it represent. So here we are. And the words love, joy, and trust are interwoven into the design. I'll bring you closer. And there you have it. You have love, joy, and then there's trust. I really enjoyed this design. I really did. One of my favorites. I like the vibrant colors, the patterns. I was able to use my paint palette, which is one of these, or the other thing you saw me hold. I kept showing y'all my paints on this, and I pulled them out of something like this and off of something like what I just showed you, and I glued them. I really like this because of her lips. Like those lips is a whole thing for me. So that is one. That's love, joy, and trust. I did this during my second 10 paintings in 10 days. And this is one that I believe that all of my paintings are incomplete. And they just decide that when they're finished, they're finished. Or, okay, so that sounds contradictory. What I'm meaning is when, like yesterday, that painting was done for that day, but it still had potential. So to go further. And this is one of those paintings that it never got a name. And I guess you can call it jazz or whatever you choose. But this is, I used the black canvas, which is what this is. I taped it off. I did some pour painting on top of it. There's a little bit of detailing that you could actually feel if you were to touch the painting. I really enjoy music. I actually have a guitar that I don't use. That I was gifted for a birthday. Then I let someone else get it from me. And then they gave it back. Well, I asked for it back because I wanted it again. Especially because it was a gift. And not only that, it has sentimental value, but eventually one day I think I will venture into some type of like music and playing with it. Although I cannot play a tune, it's very, very therapeutic. Yeah, so that is where I'm stopping the recording for today. I'm hoping that you really, really enjoyed watching and seeing where she is. I'll give y'all a little bit of updates and then I will be complete. This is her arm. This is Surrounded by Love is the name of the painting. It's on a 30 by 40 canvas. That is the size of the canvas. This will be something different by the time y'all see it again. I thought it was important for her to have a breast. Her neck is doing something right here. I'm not really so sure what we got going on here, but we're gonna do something. And the eye is gonna be illuminated, and the paint around her is gonna look a little bit different as well. So that is what I have for now. I will, like I said, in the comment section, I have put my Instagram handle, which is Sierra, my first name dot my last name Casher, and you can go over to Instagram to see the progress of the painting. So when I get off of here, usually what I do is I take a picture of the painting to let people see where I am in the process, and then I'll update them so often, and then I, get a couple of videos and stuff like that. So that is all I have for this day. Thank you so much for watching. I am so grateful that you would leave your eyes and lend your eyes and ears to me for an hour and 20 minutes now, and that you have been a part of my process. So I don't take your time for granted. I don't take your support for granted. So thank you so very much. And I will see you tomorrow in the next video.